Very short question. I apologize for making all these questions. I wonder whether language technology could help anticipate trends by countries, by profiles, human profiles, because if it is true that another language is another vision of life, and if it is true, as Sir Ken Robinson says, that our brain configures in different ways according to the language that we speak, so it configures in one way according to our native language, and in different ways according to the languages that we learn after infancy, I would infer that by studying how the human brain processes languages, and the human brain is the first computer on Earth, we might anticipate trends by learning how human beings are shaped according to the language that they speak.
Clear enough. I think it's very clear. Is this a subject which has ever popped up in your discussions? I mean, is it covered? I don't think so, but I mean, I'm asking the experts. There are many activities, including activities sponsored by the Commission. Some of them go a bit in that direction. I don't think, I mean, you can find much satisfaction, I mean, here from this podium today. By the way, the same month, if not the same date, where the time spent on social networks, I mean, exceeded the classic conventional web. Some people on a blog started pretending that there is more Chinese Mandarin content on the web than there is in English. Now, if tomorrow I'm exposed to Mandarin tweets, I resign, I step down, I retire. So that is something politicians may be sensitive to. I mean, you think that it's all nice and funny because it's English anyway, I mean, it's our second language or whatever, but now start learning and practicing Chinese instead. So that may be something for another event. I mean, what happens when the balance of powers changes, okay? And it is changing. You want to comment on that?
No, I can very, very briefly, I can comment, although the connection right now between our brain research and what we are doing in detecting trends and meaning out of language is very vague, or it's a very long between basic research and technology is not very narrow. But there's a line of research, I think, that is very, very promising, and it's going on now, and that is going at least in a direction. And that is our conceptualization in the different languages. It's all frozen in our lexicons, in our conceptual lexicons. And there is now very exciting work going on, and we need to tap into this in our research and in our resources, in connecting and mapping very, very complex conceptual lexicons across languages, that then, that's not the brains itself, but it's what came out of the brains, the languages that evolved, and that maybe do something to them. And these things, they are used because they are interesting semantic differences and mapping problems, and this is a line of research that's urgently needed, and with that you can do all kinds of things, social media mining and so on.
Okay, good. I would also stick to social intelligence, because that one I understand, this one I'm not sure I do. 1 minute. Any daring, brave comment, remark, question from the floor? No? Yes, one. Okay, good. Down there. Brave indeed.
Thank you. I'm Ilan Kerneman from K Dictionaries in Israel. It's not really Europe or the EU.
It is.
Not really. It's not part of anywhere, unfortunately.
No, geographically, it's not.
I'm looking at things a bit differently, and excuse me for keeping you away from coffee and being a bit of a party spoiler. In the way I see it, innovation is not a means in itself. It's or an end in itself. It's a means to an end. And there is so much to do there, which is not really such a great innovation per se, but the innovation comes by doing it properly. I think that in what we are doing, there's a lot of innovation, but we're not trying to be innovative, we're trying to do a good job. And coming back also to things that were spoken this morning, and you are all experts, I'm not a linguist, I'm just trying to apply my own common sense. There is this fantastic technology out there, and it has been there since the end of the 20th century. And what is missing is the good quality content. to really go into it. We have these fantastic things of text-to-speech and speech-to-picture and all of these things. You can go into a car and talk to it, and in the other place they will hear you in another language. The question is, how do we make that good links and connections between the languages and of our language itself? So the thing of some of the simple examples that were given here, like by Adriane, for instance, are things that I think are very simple requirements that we need, and then you go and invent in order to go there. So I'm sorry if it sounds like a bit of a mess, it's not really a question, but this is something which I was thinking about all day, about this thing of the technology in the language, in that we have very high-level technology today, and with the language, in a way I feel we are a bit behind. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not going to open a debate. Just, if you don't mind, a personal comment. There is one word which has been missing, but it resonates elsewhere, and that is usability. I think, I tend to disagree with the fact that we have a highly performant, very sophisticated technology. There are still a number of gaps. When we have, good technology, probably we're not very good at making it usable, for concrete daily tasks. And in any case, one of the challenges, because when you refer to in-car devices, how many people do use speech interaction with their devices? Not many. How many people use the built-in the speech interface in their Android or Apple, whatever telephone? Not many. So there must be a reason. So I think I translate your question into usability. So basically now we have solutions. What was the problem? If you see what I mean. And I agree that applies cut across. The research, technology, experimentation, deployment, and everything. There is an issue of usability which is often, a bit neglected in this and in other fields. Okay? So users are normally, consumers are a nuisance, that's a well-known fact, but since now this is a mass-produced market, smartphones, e-readers, social web and so forth, it's no longer, professional gadgets for professionals, it's really in everybody's life all the time. So at this point in time, I think usability becomes one of the important concerns. This being said, on a rather philosophical tone, I let you set you free. I'll let you have your coffee, and it's not my concern to decide when the next session will start. Georg is sitting next to me, so Georg, what do you want everybody